On today's Battle Royale game, because there's going to be one almost every day, I feel like, we are taking a look at the beta for Call of Duty Blackout. I'm already mid-mission here. I've landed. Don't be confused and think that this is PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds. This is Call of Duty's game, and as Blake has pointed out rightly as I've been running around, this is going to be a very easy game for a lot of people to jump in and play. Not to do well, but to jump in and play because everybody's familiar with the mechanics and the way that Call of Duty kind of handles, and that is accurate. So I'm running around inside of this enormous map, which is shrinking. I'm getting shot. Oh, there's this guy. Dead.
Squad destroyed by
and I'm trying to stay alive. And I didn't. I placed number 21 though, or our squad did. So that's not too bad.
Hi everyone.
Okay, Blake is here.
21 is good.
And you know the deal. It's let's play and chat. We chat with you. Blake will help me follow along. He's got comments, questions. So please put all caps if you can. That helps us out quite a bit. Okay, cool. Oh, it's like I can look this way. Okay, here we go.
Did we mention that we did a beta code giveaway for this?
Safe zone.
On Twitter?
That was right during the middle of XDS, but yes, I gave away, I don't know, about 30 codes or something like that. Yeah.
So if you missed that, too bad for you.
Oh, that's...
Activision was good enough to... Because we probably should have brought it up before that.
I need to send you to was it Dr. Doolittle that taught decorum or something?
No, Dr. Doolittle is the guy who talks to animals.
It talks to animals. Okay. Oh, it's the same actor.
Oh.
Yeah, who played both. I can't remember.
I don't know.
Back in the day.
I don't know.
Yeah. Go to finishing school.
I'm just saying, I wanted to point out that it was very nice of Activision to hook us up with a bunch of codes that we were able to give out on Twitter.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I have a comment. I have a comment from Jordan Cunningham. I hope it's at least better than Alien vs. Predator Requiem. That was the second Alien vs. Predator movie that was
I
awful.
blocked all of those things out. Like I've
it
seen
was the
all
one
of those movies.
They shot it here.
Yeah, they shot they shot the Predator.
R-rated, and they were in a small town.
Was that the Robert Rodriguez movie?
No, that was the
Alien vs. Predator.
No, the one Robert Rodriguez didn't have the aliens in it. It was just called Predators.
Okay.
And it was with Adrian Brody.
Okay.
And X-Men Doctor Lady, I forget her name.
I cannot remember any of Famke Janssen.
No, the X-Men Doctor Lady from the new X-Men movie that hasn't come out. So she's not X-Men Doctor Lady yet.
Okay.
I just know her from the trailer. Alicia, she's Latino or Latina, or
I don't know.
Alice Braga. Is that a lady?
Okay, yeah.
Is that it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
She was a sniper.
Sonia Braga.
Yeah, and it had 70s show kid as he was a serial killer.
Okay.
That movie wasn't terrible, but it was kind of lame.
I mean, the expectation and the hope is that they're going to be awesome, like Predator 1 was, and they can't get anywhere near it. And they can, is this my guy?
You're in the just the waiting area.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You're just waiting to deploy.
Oh, okay. I was freaking out there for a second. Okay.
We should point out that this is exactly like Battlegrounds.
Pretty much, yeah.
The map is one big map, and it has pieces of other Call of Duty maps within it, which is kind of a neat idea.
Do I start with these weapons?
No. This is just you picking them up for respawn.
Okay.
So you can get the hang of them, I guess? I don't know. Because this is a map from another Call of Duty game, right? Where are you standing?
I think so.
Yeah, and so they have this.
Much like Predator movies, the maps from Call of Duty, blurring.
Yeah. But that's the coolest thing for me about this map that I find the most interesting is that they took Nuketown and bits and pieces of all the most famous Call of Duty maps and put them in one big city, essentially.
Yeah, it's great.
I think that's a cool idea.
I mean, this is the real threat, right, to Battlegrounds. They have all of this legacy and history and these players that show up every year, and they know how many people jump in for multiplayer. I think the real battle is between Battlefield and this now, like it always has been in the first-person shooter genre. But I think that both Fortnite and Battlegrounds are going to have some pretty major threats going on. Fortnite sidesteps it all though because it's free. So, but this is definitely going to be fascinating. But if people have comments, questions, thoughts about
we have
reviews.
We have a comment from the Happy Console Gamer.
Oh, yes.
It says, I have no idea what these guys' problems are with the movie. It was great.
Johnny, we stand by our review, Happy Console Gamer. You just have to take our word for it, okay? You just have to take your word for it. You did not have a good time last night.
I was surprised that it's not, because I haven't seen it yet. I was surprised that it wasn't good because Shane Black is such a solid filmmaker.
I know, but it was like he put every Shane Blackism he could into into the film, it was just overstuffed with people that were just overacting, and the script was silly, and it just went on and on and on, and it's like, can the Predator come and kill them all? You know, and it took too long.
What movie was I watching where I just hated all the characters? I was watching something recently, and I hated all the characters, and I wanted them all. That too, but there was something else. Like this, bugging me that I can't remember. Yeah, I was happy when all the characters died because they were so annoying. A lot of people are talking about the EP Classic. Because you mentioned at the start of the show.
Yeah, thoughts on that?
Somebody said, I'm just trying to find a comment. Legacy. Yeah, Paul Adamson is saying, suggesting reaching out to Legacy Box.
Oh, what's that?
I guess they're a company that puts out old. Who's Legacy Box? Let's find out.
Okay.
Maybe they're like Shout Factory. I don't know. Legacy Box is. Just fill Legacy Box with your tapes, films, pictures, and audio. Send it in, and we'll send it back with your memories. Oh, so they... Oh, I think he might have not been serious.
Oh.
You send in tapes, and they put them on DVD for you.
Oh, yeah, no, that would...
The problem is, when we said all our footage is on beta tapes, they're not on, like, VHS.
And DVC Pro 50s.
It's all, like, pro...
Some mini DV stuff.
It's all pro stuff. It's not, like, consumer-grade stuff.
There's a few consumer... stuff where like the mini DV. We don't have tons of it, but we have some.
But we don't really have anything on mini DV. Certainly not our old episodes.
No.
But like the problem is a lot of the gear we need to dub this stuff like can't buy anymore because it's all 20 years old.
Yeah. Some of it, yeah.
None of it's on film, thank God. That would be a pain in the ass.
I mean, we honestly we have like an archival problem that sort of would mirror like Entertainment Tonight or, CNN in some ways, like we have footage going back 25 years, and it's a big job, and I want it to be a big job, and I want it to be, like everybody keeps asking when Reviews on the Run and Judgment Day stuff's going up there, and it's like
that, like, because you and I are spread so thin as it is, like that could be easily one person's full-time job just doing that.
Oh, more than that. Because we want to archive it properly, and like we have an idea of what's in every episode, but we don't have an idea of what people are talking about or who they are really, and there's so many different ways.
Because what I did, one of the first things I did 10 years ago or 11 years ago now when I was hired is I was going through, there was like a gap in the tape log of like a couple hundred tapes of just interviews from like old E3s and things. And I went through those old tapes, and it takes hours to sometimes to do one tape.
So this is what I'm thinking. I'm feeling like it's time for us to, really devote some time, instead of posting these things when we can, really put that time into finding partners and or doing some kind of a crowdfunding campaign from people that would be interested in that stuff, and doing it right, because it's a big job, and we're doing the best we can with that, but it's a big job, and I want it to be handled correctly,
Adrian Leon is asking, will you continue to add more classic EP episodes? The last 2 weeks were missed. So that's kind of what we're figuring out right now. Right?
We are going to do, well, here's what I've decided. We're going to do up to the end of season 5, and then I'm taking a break on posting any more classic stuff. And I'm going to find a way to get some money in so that we can take care of the rest of the archive in a proper way.
The shorter answer is yes, but not right away. We got to figure out how and...
Well, I mean, this weekend I will post another episode, and we'll finish season 5. I think we're up to like episode 10 or something like that. So we have more episodes to get to the 13 episodes.
You made it to number 26.
Yeah, I'm doing all right.
That's not bad.
Just staying alive.
26 out of 100 is pretty good. Tyler Fisher has another recommendation. Perhaps reach out to Kinda Funny to see if they want to support classic episodes.
It's a suggestion for sure. I mean, what I'm definitely going to do, because I know a lot of people in the game space, is if we do a crowdfunding campaign like Kickstarter or Indiegogo or something like that, that's going to become a thing that the whole business is going to know about as well. And one of the things that I would do if we do something like that is basically put a sponsor slot in there, or a few different sponsor slots. I haven't got it all figured out. That's why I wanted to kind of talk it over with the people that are...
How's in the game, Vic?
This is spectating.
Oh, okay.
I wanted to talk it over with.
Sorry, I thought you were playing.
With you guys to kind of see what you've got to say about it. I know you all just want to watch the shows, but it's a lot of work, is what I'm saying.
If we had all the shows just like sitting on a hard drive somewhere, that'd be one thing. But everything you got to understand is on tapes.
Yes.
And they're all different kinds of tapes and different kinds of discs that are sitting. And like I said, a lot of them can't be played on modern machines. We have to find old stuff, and a lot of them aren't.
And even when we post them, it's still a little bit of work to kind of prep one episode.
So you have to find the stuff, digitize it, prep it a bit, post it to YouTube.
And it's all good work.
Archive
it's great work. It's fun, but it's time.
Yeah,
and
it's a lot more work than you might think.
But the other side of it is that we're only posting these episodes. We're not posting extended cuts. We're not cutting it into separate segments. Because some people only want to see a segment.
You would sit down and speak with Miyamoto for 20 minutes, and that would be a 3-minute interview segment. Like that could easily be a 15-minute thing.
Yes.
But that's time to sit there and polish it, and
Yeah. So we don't want to monopolize this whole conversation. If you've got other questions or whatever, but if you've got ideas or feedback, please let us know in the comments below. And if you're watching the archive of this, let us know. But let's see, anybody else have any comments?
Yes, I do. I have another question unrelated to that.
Okay.
GRM Freak 84.
Yeah.
83 was taken. Hey Vic, what are your thoughts on this Call of Duty game, Black Ops 4, not having a single-player campaign?
I think that if it did have the single-player campaign, this would be the coolest Call of Duty ever. But it doesn't have it, and so it's going to be judged based on that absence. But this is a pretty epic mode. This is, I think, kind of proving itself. You know, we were all kind of skeptical when it was announced.
Go to that dam.
Where?
The dam in front
right there.
Yeah.
I don't know if I can make it that far. But
cool.
This feels really big and fun, and it's just a mode, and when you play it, it's like, well, this is all of Battlegrounds, you know? And that's been out for 2 years, it feels
like you were saying in the rundown, Battlegrounds is a mode.
It's a mode.
And this is like all of Battlegrounds is like one tiny little piece of a much bigger game.
Yeah. So I feel like Call of Duty made the right choice for Call of Duty, but I don't think they made the right choice for the, moving the needle in entertainment beyond what we've seen before. Like if they had done Call of Duty with single player, with zombies, with traditional multiplayer and a Battle Royale mode, that would have knocked everybody on their ass. And I guess that's what Battlefield 5 is kind of doing, though, right? They're giving us a campaign and Battle Royale and multiplayer.
Well, there's no zombies.
No zombies, right. I mean, it's like a feature chase. It's just weird. I am curious to see how the snippets of narrative, because they say that narrative is sort of embedded throughout all of the multiplayer experiences. I'm curious to see what that means.
Well, you know what, Vic? Whenever they talked about that, we interviewed them, it sounded like PR spin. Yep. Like, oh, there's no single player, but we've woven single player in. Like, what does that even mean? Like, it felt like bullshit.
It means that they created characters and they created
distinct
skills and some personality in the recorded VO. And it also looks like they spent a lot on the zombies mode this year.
But that all sounds like, I don't know, it sounds like BS. Because the rumor is they were making a single player campaign, but it wasn't going to be finished, so Activision just pulled the plug.
Yeah.
And it feels like putting all that, saying that, oh, we have all these character progressions in the multiplayer. It feels like that's a last minute sort of excuse.
They're having to reply for that, absolutely.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe the game.
Who is not going to play this game because it does not have single player gameplay?
That's kind of a rhetorical question because everybody who gets Call of Duty is still going to get it.
Well, I don't know. I'm curious just on whoever is in our chat right now who is purposefully not getting this game, and they've purchased previous Call of Duty games, but you're deciding not to get this game because it does not have a single player.
I'll let you know when the chat catches up. But another way you could phrase that is, who gets Call of Duty just for the single player?
Right.
Right. And I think the answer to that is probably nobody.
Well, a lot of reviewers do. They don't get it just for the single player, but that's where they spend a big chunk of their time because that's where they get it's the framework of the experience, right? It's not just the story, it's also like the level designs and the characters and the weapons and all that stuff are sort of defined by the single player campaign. And that's, reviewers play the multiplayer for as long as they can, but then they got to move on to review something else. A lot of people play Call of Duty for that full year until the new Call of Duty comes out.
That's a nice gun. You know, Activision, I'm sure, did a whole bunch of like market research and you know, focus testing to decide.
Totally gonna die running that one.
Absolutely. Can you drive that train to where you need to be? Drive that forklift, Vic.
Okay, here we go. Let's get in. That'd be hilarious.
Supply drop inbound.
Is there any helicopters nearby?
I'm gonna see.
We were flying around in helicopters earlier before we were streaming.
Oh, that guy's on an ATV or a motorcycle.
Kill him and take it.
No way. Oh, it's a shotgun. Hello! Hi, what you doing? Hi, I'm Vic. What's your name? Hello, don't shoot me. Hello! Oh, you got. Oh, they got me.
They are their teammates. They flanked you, Vic.
Am I alive? Hello! Hi, guys. Do you have a health pack? I seem to be hurt here. Hello. Oh, that's not
that was
very
rude.
That's not very
eliminated.
Friendly. Oh,
Beamer boys got you with a Maddox RFB.
They can't hear me in the game. Thank
Maybe
God.
they can. Maybe the.
No, they can't. Oh, through here?
Yeah.
No, you have to have the.
Weren't you playing an Oh, it was an Xbox game.
Yeah.
Because you were like talking and you didn't know they could hear you.
Yeah. When you have the cameras built in or plugged in and they've got the mic coming in, I get that all the time.
Philip Nijagi.
Yeah.
I would get, in answer to your earlier question, I would get it on the strength of its zombies. Last Call of Duty I got was Black Ops 3, and I didn't even play the story. So I guess that's a yes, still getting it, even without the single player.
Mm-hmm. Zombies mode looks amazing.
Paul Adamson, I've had 1 or 2 Call of Duties for single player. Multiplayer wasn't for me. I won't be picking this up.
Yeah.
But Paul Adamson, would you have gotten it anyway? If there were single player, would you have gotten it? Right? So my estimate is like the sales aren't going to dip at all.
Out of all the single players, the Black Ops ones have been really ambitious and crazy and fun. And I think that there were lots of people that were sort of zeroing in on the single player stories of this game. But I don't know. I don't know how much that's going to affect sales. I think this is going to be huge.
Tyler Fisher says, Black Ops 1 was the last Call of Duty I enjoyed. Wife says World at War for her. Holy, that World at War is 10 years ago, wasn't it? Game Freak 84 comment, I can't pick this one up. I've always played single player and enjoyed them, even Infinite Warfare. I feel like Activision is jumping on the Battle Royale bandwagon. So it's another no.
Yeah. I mean, what they've done, though, is they've effectively created this brand, and they've already established that they can have dips in sales and come back strong with this franchise. So, like they've essentially built a 4-quadrant thing for next year, you know? Because what's going to happen is Blackout mode will probably persist, and I suspect that they're going to strip it out, and it'll probably be free to play. And then
they're going to have this in every Call of Duty game.
Yeah, forward. Right.
Or some variation of Battle.
Yeah, and then they'll just add new map pieces, and it's. I mean, they've set this up forever now with another mode.
Another one, Matthew Winstone. There has to be a way to play by yourself, at least local only. Don't always feel like playing online, dying constantly all the time. I don't think you can play this locally.
Blackout.
It's single player, or it's online only, right?
I think there are some single player missions.
Are you sure?
Yeah, we'll find out.
I think it's,
sure.
But even if you're doing that, it's online only. I think like you have to be online.
Yeah, you're online for sure.
Eliminate all opposition.
Abby Jamison, comment, question, do we really need Call of Duty annually?
No.
Activision's shareholders do.
Yes. Yep.
That's the only reason we get it annually.
Yeah. I mean, you can't pick what another person would find fun though either, right?
Yeah,
a lot of people would only get this game, you know, and that's it for their whole year.
I get Assassin's Creed every year, and I finish those.
Yeah.
You know, like if you're into Call of Duty, this is your thing.
This is, I mean, it's an esports title. It's a massive esports experience. We've been to some of those events; they're amazing, and it's very analogous to the sports games coming out every year. It's a new season of Call of Duty, right? And for the price of it, it's for the amount of hours of entertainment you can get out of it, it's a pretty good deal, you know?
Yeah.
Even without single player put into it. So the answer is no, we don't all need an annual Call of Duty, and perhaps the franchise would take some
Now,
you know, tremendous risks and strides if it didn't come out every year.
Hang on, this is a very important question though. The corn is not bending when you run through it.
Yeah.
This is unacceptable.
Terrible.
0 out of 10. Yeah. Unrealistic corn physics.
And look, I can't take the corn.
What?
I can't peel
What
the
is
corn.
this?
I can't cook the corn.
I want corn on the cob.
F this game.
And I want what is that? Cabbage?
Yeah. Can I jump in
Unacceptable.
the hay? Like
Unacceptable.
Assassin's Creed? No. Can't get in the hay.
Too much gluten.
F this
0
guy.
out of 10.
F. Okay, what's in here? Open. Ooh, I got a fast mag and a Molotov and a looter. And ooh, I got lots of stuff. Holy crap, that was packed.
Oh, a couple people are talking about Battlefield 5.
Yeah, what's the word? I haven't played that.
I'm excited, Tyler Fisher. I'm excited to see what Criterion Games will do with Battle Royale mode in Battlefield 5.
Yeah. The
fact that it allows them to focus fully on that, with DICE focusing fully on the main game, is really smart. That's a good point. Yeah. Because did Treyarch do this, or did one of the other Activision subsidiaries do this?
I mean, they are all the same now. There's so much external development from like Rainbow works on Call of Duty.
Yeah.
And
they all have
Visions.
multiple studios working on pieces of it.
Yeah, and Activision has like top flight teams everywhere. You know.
Yeah, I think the Zombies mode is made by someone else too.
What's sad? I mean, we've been raving about Spider-Man. At least I have. And Treyarch made Spider-Man 2 and 1, but also Ultimate Spider-Man. And you know, there was a company that had so much talent and diversity in the types of material that they made, but now it's all been bang, bang, shoot, shoot, run, 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 zombie, zombie, which don't ever use that to describe Call of Duty. But you know, they've had way more success monetarily. You know, a lot of developers honestly are driven to that stage. You know, they know that if they sign up with a company, I think I've got a grapple hook there. That's great. They know that if they sign up with a company like this, they're going to have millions of people play their work, and that's very enticing for a lot of people out there.
Do you know who else has a grappling hook, Vic? Batman.
Batman has one. Corvo. Oops, that was not a grappling hook. Can I burn the?
Yeah, a couple of people are
cool.
Apropos of you talking about an annual thing, like.
Yeah.
Microsoft is introducing the subscription service.
Yes.
Like, you've been saying this for a few years now that, you know, FIFA and NHL, those type of games can be a subscription thing.
Yeah.
Activision has already tried subscription models with Call of Duty.
Yeah.
They had that stupid account-based subscription thing.
Oh, yeah, right.
Remember? But
yes,
they could do that with the games. You just pay, I don't know, $5 a month, and you just get a steady stream of new content within the game and make it a games as service thing.
Yeah, I don't know if it's going to work for one game. I don't know if I don't know. I mean, maybe it would, but
I think they might try to do it with Black Ops 4, because they're still updating Black Ops 3 with new stuff. Right. I think they're going to try to do it with this.
Yeah, true. Yeah, Black Ops 3 was a tremendous success. It's crazy that they are, you know, upsetting the apple cart so much.
Somebody's your teammate's in trouble.
Where?
It's just you and me.
I think so, at least.
Oh,
yeah,
they're
dead
gone.
now. Yeah.
Okay.
You leave no man behind, Vic.
Yeah, I'm not being a good duo, a good part of a good duo. Yeah, we're certainly entering into subscription base for a lot of titles for sure. Let's see if there's anybody out there. Can I drive that truck?
Tyler Fisher's pointing out you don't have to buy the season pass for Call of Duty to get all of its DLC, or is he asking that as a question? I'm not sure. While DICE have said there is no premium, no season pass, and no pay. Oh, okay, so
yeah.
Oh yeah, so because you have to sort of pay for new stuff in this, whereas in Battlefield 5 it's going to all be free.
Right.
Or is that true? Am I correct in saying? Let me Google this. I don't want to say anything that isn't true. Because I'm sure there's a season pass something or other for Battlefield 5.
It might not be maps though.
Okay, so won't have. Oh, okay. So Battlefield 5 there's no season pass. You don't buy any of the DLC, but you can buy cosmetic items.
Right.
And that's how it should be for every game.
Right.
But yeah, with this, there's going to be season pass stuff.
Guys, we're on the precipice for lots of games to be. I don't think it'll work for just one game. I think, you know, singular games will be free to play, especially if their focus is multiplayer. I mean, everybody's looking at Fortnite going, I want that. But I think that the companies will be, like EA is already doing it, but I think a lot of other companies will be offering, you know, $5 a month and you get tons of access to games. But
here's...
we're going into subscriptions. For the sports games, though, in particular, I have this discussion with people about it because it does feel like they repurpose stuff, and it's just a roster change with. I'm absolutely generalizing and simplifying. But my thought on sports titles is that if you go to a live event of any of those real leagues or real sports, and you sit down in a real stadium and pay for that seat, you're spending more than the cost of FIFA or Madden or NBA or whatever. And the amount of content, if you were a hyper fan of those sports, that you get for that $80 investment is crazy. It's a pretty damn good deal. Comparative to the way games are priced right now, that's still a lot of money. I think that games should be cheaper, and I've been saying that for years too, because people shouldn't have to think about jumping in, especially if there's all these other monetization models after the fact.
On your right, behind you, there's another ATV, so there might be someone nearby.
Okay.
Sorry, and I just Googled this. Apparently, all of the DLC, you can only get it through the Season Pass. So you can't buy individual packs like you could before.
In this game?
Yeah, the only way to get new content is to buy the whole Season Pass.
Wow.
So that's the complete opposite of Battlefield 5.
Wow.
So that's,
and what does the Season Pass cost?
Further collapse expected.
Probably,
Travel to indicated
let me find out.
So you're probably talking about $150 to get the whole thing in Call of Duty Black Ops 3.
Yeah. With no single player.
I mean, there's only so much time that Activision is going to be able to do that, you know? And maybe that's how companies like Bluehole and Epic, like, it's going to be the battle of the Battle Royales. People keep telling us to check out H1Z1, and there's a ton of them, you know? But it's going to be a question of locking people in and taking their time. Look at this. It's so cool. It's a nice... Is that somebody's house in the woods? Let's make some noise.
Pretty nice house. I'm just trying to figure out, I don't know, have they announced the price of the Season Pass? I'm not seeing it. Can't find it. I don't know if they've announced it yet. They might not have announced the price yet.
They might not, yeah.
Let me see. That's the Call of Duty store.
They might have some changes to that whole pricing structure and the model after they launch as well. If they see sales aren't where they want them to be or something, you know.
Abby Jamison has a good comment. Games as a subscription is going to create problems with game preservation later on.
Yeah.
That's a good point, yeah.
Yeah. Yes, 100%.
Although the Call of Duty store has water jugs, but not the Season Pass. Why is that there?
Although presumably people will have. Do I have a parachute? Presumably people will have an opportunity to bring out their back catalog and offer that at some kind of a fee.
Circle collapse imminent. Get to safety.
So maybe we'll get more of the classic catalog than we've had for years because of servers and storage and consumer demand. I think Nintendo's going to be testing that out. Sort of leading the waters with that a little bit.
Okay, so I haven't found the Season Pass by itself, but the digital deluxe edition of the game, which has the game and the Season Pass, is $130 US.
Okay, yeah.
So the Season Pass is probably $50.
$150.
The Season Pass by itself is probably $50 US. But I could be wrong about that. But it's up there.
Okay.
It's definitely the high end of the Season Pass price. What's that that blue line sticking up in the sky?
I don't know.
What's that? It seems weird.
Come on. Oh, there's two dudes on a...
Jordan Cunningham, in response to your earlier question, comment, I probably am not going to get Black Ops 4. All the other Call of Duties I've bought and played, I have got for the story and single player. Multiplayer and zombies are just a bonus for me. So we have 3 no's on getting this because there's no single player. So I don't know. Maybe this will backfire on Activision.
Buzz is good on this, though.
Yeah,
I think people are going to be super excited to see this.
Yeah, it could be a good game, but if the pricing and everything, if people aren't feeling it, like that doesn't mean they're going to buy it, right? And maybe they're not going to take this out as a standalone thing. If they're only selling the DLC.
Here's the dam.
Oh, that's cool. See, because this dam was in another level. It was its own multiplayer map in one of the other games, I think. I recognize it from somewhere. So it's cool that it's part of a larger.
Pretty rad, right?
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Just like Batman.
Ooh.
What's the fall damage like? Probably just jumping.
I don't know. I never fall.
Be advised. Further collapse expected. Relocate to safe zone.
That was cool.
Pretty cool. Oh, there's a guy there. Watch out. Get down, get down.
Oh, down. No. Where is he?
He's shooting at you from the other side.
Oh, man.
Squad destroyed by hostile
How did he?
Number
He's got
11.
11. That's pretty good.
Woo!
That's pretty good.
Getting up there. That was fun.
There's 100 total players, right?
Supply drop incoming.
You must not fight too often with one enemy, or you will teach him all of your art of war. That's cool.
Remember, kids, post your questions and comments in bold, so I can find them.
We'll do one more. We'll see how we do. I'm having fun. This is cool.
Trying to find. Yeah, it surprises me that we have 3 people say no because of the lack of single player.
Right.
It seems that's more than I thought we would get. Abby Jamison comment: EA has been known to remove games from Origin even if you had them installed. So she's referring to yeah, preservation. Yeah, game preservation is a big thing, right? Like with movies, there's a whole industry around preserving them. They don't really have that with games, not yet anyway.
It's treated disposably. I mean, that's why Buried Treasure is such a. I mean, people dig the segment. It's fun to make it, but it feels like a moment of just hesitating for a second and reflecting. Like, yeah, that was a cool experience. Why did it totally disappear? You know.
I have a question, Vic.
Yes.
When you jump out of the plane, can you go into those smokestacks that are there?
Ooh, I don't know.
I should try that.
And, For Your Eyes.
Yeah. You should try that next time.
Okay.
Steel works. Oh, there's oil on the ground. Look at that. It's like my car was parked there.
Actually, was that For Your Eyes? I think it was, right?
Yeah, the cold open where he drops him down. Yeah, that was For Your Eyes only. Yeah. And it was a totally different actor.
Yeah, it was. Well, Telly Savalas was gone, but
LZ is a free fire zone.
They had a different bullet-filled actor.
I forget what his name was.
It was Donald Pleasance. And the guy from Rocky Horror.
Tim Curry?
No, not him. The narrator from Rocky Horror Picture Show.
Okay.
He was one of the he was Blofeld in Diamonds Are Forever.
And Telly Savalas was the only time he did it was on Her Majesty's Secret Service.
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they must have had, and it was like just a stunt guy in For Your Eyes Only.
Oh, it was a dummy. It looks so.
No,
fake.
but they had an actual. Well, it's a dummy when he's hanging off the helicopter.
Yeah.
But when it's a, you know.
Some of those old stunts and effects are hilarious to see again. Server command overflow. What the hell does that mean? Oh, I was supposed to jump into a smokestack.
That's fine, Vic.
All right. Oh. All right. Let's see if we can get to number 1 this time. Is there crafting in this game? Did they do that?
I haven't seen any.
Or is there crafting?
There's going to be crafting in Battlefield 5.
Battlefield 5, okay.
And that's not just in the Battle Royale. That's in because I played the beta for just the regular multiplayer.
Okay.
And you can. It's not as in depth as Fortnite, but they were definitely paying attention to Fortnite because you can make sort of little turrets and barriers for you to like. What are those called?
Yeah.
Things for you to hide under.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah. Blair Farrell's pointing out that even with like.
Oh, I'm in the camp. Here we go.
Cool. With regards to film preservation versus game preservation, it's also legally a lot harder to preserve games because of licensing and stuff.
Yeah.
Whereas with movies, like, you know, it's
they license everything in movies.
But with movies, like, it's very rare that a movie can't be re-released because it has an old song in it.
Right.
Right. Usually, the rights you get for a movie are in perpetuity.
Yeah.
But with a game, you don't have that. I guess.
Which is nuts.
Yeah. Because again, there's a whole industry devoted to film preservation.
Yeah.
Gaming industry doesn't have that.
Yeah, there's like Frank Cifaldi. There's like some individual dudes that you could point to and say, well, that's all he's focused on right now.
Tyler Fisher is asking, have you looked up or seen Freakish on Hulu?
No.
Do we even have Hulu in Canada?
I think we did.
I get it because I'm sneaky.
Okay.
But like,
are you subscribed to it?
I
lost my half my duo.
If you have access to an American credit card, it's pretty easy.
Gotcha.
And a VPN.
Gotcha.
But yeah, I don't even know if Canadians can get it.
Sit rep. Circle collapse.
Question from Adrian Leon: is Tommy getting a Spider-Man PS4 Pro? I doubt he would have passed that up.
I just got a text from him just before the show started, so we're going to be talking probably today about Spider-Man on the PlayStation 4.
Not in this episode.
No. We're going to see if he's got time to come on the show and talk to us about it. If he's played it. Oh, I'm totally going the wrong way.
Matthew Winstone says, I think we got CBS All Access recently.
Oh, cool.
But not with Star Trek Discovery.
Oh, weird.
Which makes CBS All Access that much better.
Oh, you.
Star Trek Discovery sucks.
It's a good show.
No, it's not.
It's a lot of fun.
But you know what it's not, Vic?
Very cool.
It's not a good Star Trek show.
Very cool sci-fi show. Feels a lot like Battlestar Galactica.
Yeah, it doesn't feel like Star Trek. That's the problem. It does feel like Battlestar Galactica.
Yeah, sure does.
If Battlestar Galactica were not as well written.
Ah, yes. Can I drive this?
Probably not. Isn't that a shame?
Yeah.
If you see a vehicle in any
Totally.
game, you should be able to just drive it.
Unless it looks completely devastated.
Yeah, but if it's there, like in real life, you could have driven that.
Yeah.
You should be able to drive in the game.
How come oh, it's this way.
Like if this were GTA, you could drive that car. You can't drive it here.
I can't?
I don't think so.
Oh, that's
but if
nuts.
this were GTA, you could.
Right.
You know, that's a shame.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, it's this. It's Halo type controls. Okay, let's go. Oh, and I have to press up. Okay. I get it. I'm sure you can change all those controls. Am I the 41st person alive already?
Is that 41 total players or teams? Because if it's teams, then there's 82 people alive, right?
Okay.
So did we say that there's like, it's in teams of 2?
Yeah.
Just
duos.
50, yeah.
Yeah.
We don't know, the final game that might not be mandatory, but I think in the beta it is.
My partner is dead. I saw him fade.
Vic, you just ran that stop sign.
I sure did. I'm trying to get into the circle. I don't know what happens if the circle gets me. No, it's the circle. Okay, so I'm in the circle. I'm in the edge of the circle. Oh, there's somebody coming.
Have you even gotten one kill yet?
No.
Let's try to get your one kill today, Vic. Do it. I believe in you.
Where is it?
I believe in you.
I heard it. Where is it? Oh, there's a chopper coming too.
I know. Get to the chopper! That's from a good Predator movie.
Yes, it was. It is a line that is also uttered in this terrible Predator movie.
Oh my god, did they really?
Yeah.
Oh no. It says frack. Like in Battlestar Galactica.
Right. I hear them shooting.
I saw a car driving by. It might just be... They might just be
anybody.
shooting really far away. It's weird to see a Call of Duty game with a map this big, though. There's a guy. Do you see him? He's way over. There he is. He's like on the where the corner of the fence is, like right way in front of you. There's two guys over there.
I don't see him.
They're probably long gone by now.
Looks pretty cool. It's definitely a super intense experience, just like Battle Royale, or just like Battlegrounds.
Question: what would a Spider-Man Battle Royale game look like?
Something tells me we're gonna find out.
Could do that. Not just Spider-Man, but all the Marvel characters.
Yeah, a superhero Battle Royale game. That's gonna happen for sure.
Batman would win every time.
Yes, he would. He'd outthink everybody.
Further collapse expected. Travel to indicated safe zone.
It would be awesome if I shot that guy right out of the chopper. What? Here they come. They're coming for me.
You gave away your position, Vic.
I sure did. Let's go under the tree.
I don't think the helicopters have guns, right?
No, but you can... Oh my god. That was
Destroyed by hostile action.
Oh,
man.
Good job, Vic.
That was okay. It's basically...
That's pretty good.
It's about camping and just staying alive for as long as possible.
You know what, Vic? It's about having fun.
I had fun.
As long as you have fun, you win.
It's kind of like soccer, though. You know, like nothing happens for a long time, and then it does.
Nothing happens until something happens really quickly, and then it's over.
Yes, exactly. So that was a little taste of the beta of Call of Duty Black Ops 4 Blackout. That was fun. That was a good show. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you to everybody
Goodbye,
that watched us. Thank you so much. And if you're checking out this this stream that we've done, which is a live stream, and we'd love for you to join us live if you can, because wonderful people like Matthew Winstone and Wesley West and Audrion Leon and Tyler Fisher and Abby Jameson and all kinds of incredible folks are in the chat with us, and they are good people to know. We had a blast today. Thank you very much. We'll be back again tomorrow with another brand new episode of EP Live. Blake and I will figure out what's going to be in that very soon. So please come back if you can. And if you haven't seen everything on the channel, please dig around and check some of our stuff. And if you like it, hit subscribe and that little bell. And if you're so inclined, we have that join button as well to become a member of EPN. We'll see you tomorrow, everybody. Thanks for watching. Play forever.